Do you have your copy of your restraining order, sir?
Sure do.
If I can get that from you?
Just give you a heads up, she is in violation.
Go inside, get me. I know, I'm aware. I'm going to stay here because I'm keeping an eye on her too. She's supposed to be getting her copy. Supposedly you both have one.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We got another video for you. This one comes from Police Cam Briefs, and it is woman gets arrested for standing too close after restraining order dispute. I have not seen it. The shirt makes me laugh because it says you want a piece of me. That might be a little bit foreshadowing of what this video might be, but I haven't seen it. Let's go.
What starts as a simple standby call quickly turns into a tense dispute involving restraining orders, conflicting claims, and a situation that's far more serious than it first appears. When officers arrive, they have to figure out who is allowed to be there before things spiral even further.
All right, just first, I've been to a lot of these. Most cops, most deputies, we can't stand these types of calls because they involve court orders, restraining orders. You got to get them out, read through them, figure out who belongs, who's supposed to have the kids. They're just a lot of work. And oftentimes they're civil issues unless somebody violates the court order, then it becomes a criminal issue. And it's really, you got to send it back to the judge and let the judge determine if he's going to charge him. It's a whole mess, but that's just had nothing to do with this video. Just a little bit of background of why we don't really care for these types of calls.
Hi. Hello. So I already know. I've dealt with them before. I know they were splitting. There's supposedly a restraining order, and I got to find out what's going on with. I got you, but I also got to find out who has the restraining order against who.
Aaron, my son, Garcia, has a restraining order against her. She's not supposed to be here.
She's saying that she has it against him. I'll look at the paperwork to verify. Okay. I don't know who does.
He's on his way. He's about maybe 5 minutes away.
I got you, because she called us to come here and meet her to get some stuff, but I understand. Hello.
Hi, sir.
So a lot of time the judge will allow for a civil standby where you can call the police and you can get some of the stuff out of your house. But this is where he's going to have to sift through and who's supposed to be there and who's not, and who's violating the court order.
So, restraining order wise, who has the restraining order against who?
We both have it against each other. I called to retrieve.
No, I understand. So you
told me just to wait here and not to make contact, so I've been here in the car.
So, but if then you're not living here anymore, correct?
No.
Okay. So on the restraining order, do you have your copy with you?
No.
No?
No, not with me. I might have an email, but I called my attorney and they told me that.
Okay. Can we talk over here real quick? Just she doesn't have to listen while we're talking. If you want to break that and see if you have the email also, so we can see it.
All right, I like that. Let's not have the child in the front seat eavesdropping on all this stuff and what they're going through.
Sure.
She's got a Florida plate, but this looks like New Mexico or somewhere again.
Yes. And it says on his, you're not supposed to be within so much distance of here. This is going to be too close. You can't. Your attorney. You need to read those. Do you have your copy of the one that you were served with from him?
Let me see. Because they told me to come and just not make not make contact.
You have to follow what the restraining order says.
Okay. So what do I do?
Do you have your copy? So I'm gonna have him give me his copy. He just got here.
Oh, okay.
So I have to see his too. Okay. Do you have your copy of your restraining order, sir?
Sure do.
If I can get that from you.
Just give you a heads up, she is in violation.
Go inside, get me. I know, I'm aware. I'm going to stay here because I'm keeping an eye on her too. She's supposed to be getting her copy. Supposedly you both have one. Each you have one against each other. I just want to.
So mine is currently.
Just sucks having to be a referee for people that can't get along.
In place right now. We haven't gone to court to talk about her counter. But
if you were served with the temporary, even before court, that would still be in place. That's why I got
hers. Yeah, mine's still in place. Hers is not. But yeah, let me get you.
And I got to find. I said I want her. She's supposed to be looking hers up.
May I ask why? What is she doing here?
So she actually called us saying she had stuff here. She was waiting for us. She called us. So going off the restraining order, if she still has stuff here, she can call us for a standby. She's supposed to park further away and wait for us to show up.
Yeah. Am I supposed to get a notification?
So we would show up and we would knock on the door, and if you're not here, we would tell her, look, they're not here.
Yeah, I just rushed from.
I got you. No, I understand. So she wouldn't, because she's not allowed to contact you. We haven't been able to because we're stuck. We're just busy. That's why we hadn't come out to this call.
Listen to all this. Reminds me of how much I disliked going to these types of calls.
The attorneys do all the conversating, and then that's how we.
Her attorney is the one who told her to come here and just not go inside, to just stay outside and stop. So
the locks have been changed, so I don't understand how she's broken in.
Show it to him, and then we'll do the rest.
I don't get, was she in the house?
There's a lot of little idiosyncracies on this stuff. Yeah. Look for yours. I'm going to see if she's got hers yet. So for your counter one,
Yes.
Was he ever served with anything?
Yes.
Was he served with, you guys have a court date, or served with this is a temporary?
To be honest, I'm not too sure.
Who?
Well, then you don't know if he was served. If you're not too sure, you don't know if he was served.
Supposedly served him.
So
when you filed for your counter.
he was served. He was served.
When? By who?
The next day it was the next day.
Do you know by who?
No, but I think it was the service with the La Casa.
Okay, they sent someone to serve him?
I believe
Okay,
so.
so I need to see your copy so I can see what your stipulations say. And when did you move out of here?
I guess it must have been on the 5th or 6th of December.
Okay. What stuff do you still have here?
I clothes, purses, shoes,
The kid's leaning out the window, chiming in.
all kinds of stuff.
And he destroyed them.
Officer, she's already been picked up once.
She's been a prisoner already, to jail already.
So I completely understand. And like I said, I have to physically see it though, so I can see what the.
And he's exactly right. Just because you say one thing, that doesn't necessarily, we're not going to go arrest somebody because you said that she wasn't supposed to be there. We need to see the court order, be able to read the court order, verify that it's a legitimate document. When was it issued? When does it expire? Because a lot of these restraining orders are for 1 year, or an injunction against harassment is also usually just 1 year. And so we got to see all this stuff to determine whether or not it is for real that she's not supposed to be there. The word of this guy doesn't carry it, neither does her word. We've got to verify it.
If you had a physical copy, if you have a digital copy, either one works, so I can see what the stipulations are. And when she says she basically, you told her to get out, and she about December 5th was the last time she was here, but she still has a bunch of her clothes and shoes and things like that still here?
Well, we never talked about it.
So she still has lots of her.
Please stop. I got to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Step back. It's always drives me crazy when people who are not involved in this chime in. Clearly, this is probably the mother of this guy, but it's not her case. So this is a grown man. She need not chime in right now.
You're kind of in the middle, but I understand you're here because of him.
Well,
I got you.
she is a resident here.
That's fine. But the situation's between the two of you, and there's certain civil things I got to make sure that when she left, that's why I want to see your paperwork, see what it says, because all that makes a huge difference on stuff. You said you guys never talked about her getting her stuff or anything?
No. Hold on. Let me talk. Mm-hmm. Between the attorneys, I started bringing her clothes.
Okay.
So, yes, we've already been doing that.
Okay.
Now, we've been civil about it. The attorneys have been pleasant, and the last time we were at the attorneys, all four of us, I did bring her some clothes.
Okay.
Now, my concern is that she's a danger to me. Now, why didn't the attorneys talk about it? And why
I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that part. Yeah, that part I don't know about, but because there's other small things that come.
Yeah, save all the drama for somebody else. We're just trying to figure out what the court said.
With residency wise that affect what I can and cannot do, what she can and cannot do, and so forth.
So this is the latest restraining order.
Awesome, thank you.
Nothing has changed since then. I would like to press charges, and if you guys can book her again, she's not supposed to be here or near me.
Boy.
Let alone be inside my house. This was the same reason why she was booked the last time, for failure to abide by it.
While you're looking, I'm going to see if she got anything as well. Did you find paperwork?
Like, how ticked off do you have to be at her to where you're like, yeah, I want her booked in. So either she's super crazy or this guy's a control freak. I don't know. Probably it always takes two to tango. But in this particular case, this guy obviously dislikes her enough to where he wants her to go to jail, even with the child in the car.
I found this one, but it's like the stipulated. It's stipulated for me to come here and drop her off and stuff. And I didn't go inside the property line or anything.
He's got cameras, so we can always look anyhow. So it doesn't. This does not say you can come here for exchange. This says you get her from the release of school Friday on Mondays, whereas the respondent shall drop the child off at school on time. And then, so it does not say you come here to exchange.
Okay.
It says it does change, like, I think your guys' custody aspect, but not where you can go do the exchange. So even back here, you shall pick the respondent, you shall pick the child up from school. Not here. And you don't drop them off here. I think he picks her up from school as well.
So what's going to happen?
I'm still trying to get his paperwork because you guys have your court date keeps getting delayed. Correct? Okay. So for his temporary, you guys haven't gone to for his.
Look, you feel for both people. They couldn't get along, so now the court had to get involved, and now they're, you know, she's over here, he's there. Now she might end up going to jail because this. This is why we don't like these cases.
I believe.
Okay, you're both on temporary restraining orders against one another, and his just keeps getting postponed for whatever reason through the courts.
I believe so.
Okay, so you're in public. Anything visible from public is allowed.
Okay.
Yes.
If this is public, am I okay then?
No, because yours specifically says that you cannot come within 100 yards of here.
If there's 100 yards? Or where's
100 yards is a football field. Your lawyer, you need to talk to them, and they need to be aware. And he might have told you and you misheard. Because you can call for this standby like you're saying, but that would be you park up the road, you wait at Walmart to meet us something, and then we escort you in. Because when we escort you in, you're okay.
That's right.
So give me a few minutes. I got to get his paperwork and see if we can get this sorted out, okay? Have you been served at all with any paperwork from her for her counter? Has your lawyer been?
Yes.
Okay. Make certain that if the lawyer's got it, you have a copy so you know what for stipulation, so you know what you can and can't do just in case.
I do have that.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure you have the that info on there. Here's your ID back, sir.
And after you receive your offer, that you show it to him, the officer, because you can walk in the house and see what she has done.
So you have cameras, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, the cameras, that is this might make or break her case, or the case against her.
She's claiming she has not gone on the property. She's stayed parked there. I don't see anything in the car that would be consistent with whatever was rolled out. The lock is open. I haven't gone close enough to say it's broken.
I'll look at the cameras.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's got cameras, so we can take a look. And if she's not lying, then that part is kind of ruled out. But that's what I was saying. If you have cameras, that's the great thing about cameras.
So, what has she's been here for an hour. What has she been doing?
Waiting for us. Because she literally called us at, I think it was.
Yeah, by the way, if you call on a civil standby, it's probably one of the lowest priority calls we go to. So we're going to go to all the other higher priority calls before we go to a civil standby, partly because they just don't take a high priority unless there's an exigent circumstance like an ongoing fight or something like that. But when you request a civil standby, it typically gets pushed back. So it's not surprising it took an hour.
3:28, saying she'd be over in this area in 20 minutes. Then needed to get some of her items. I guess her passport's inside and her driver's license. If you have that, know where it is.
We've been arguing about this for the past 6 months. I do not have that.
Okay. Keep those. I'm going to have you send those here in a minute with the link. But no, she's been sitting out here, from my understanding, waiting for us, because that's what her lawyer said she can do. And technically she can. If she would have been waiting at Walmart.
Or at least communicated with me, I would have.
So she can't communicate with you.
No, the lawyers.
Yeah.
The lawyers could have.
Absolutely, they should. I agree. But beyond that, if she needs a standby, and like say she does say, because you say she saw us clothes here and said, I have some clothes I wanted to grab, she could call us. Wait at Walmart. We meet with her. What are you needing? Okay. He has a restraining order against me. There's a counter. We would come here with her. We would make contact if you're here and say, hey, she's wanting to get some of these clothes. Can you come in with her? And we just scoop it up and get out. Because you can only get a little bit of stuff with us. We don't let people grab everything because it's basic stuff. And then.
Are you folks seeing why we don't love responding to these types of calls? It's just minutia. We feel like it's such a waste of time on our part. I get it. You're trying to preserve the peace and all that. But back and forth and trying to figure it all out.
She'd leave and she would not be in violation because she.
So full disclosure, we already went through this. She already went and took all her hygienic personal belongings
But if she's here to get a few small items, like I said,
There's nothing here. I can walk you through the house. There's all her stuff is almost practically gone.
I got you.
Well, there's a difference between nothing here and then her stuff is almost practically gone. Either it's nothing or there's some stuff.
And that's the thing, though, is if she has some things, that's where
Has she told you specifically?
she says
what?
clothes and shoes was the main thing she mentioned to me.
Okay. If you want to walk in there with me, there are none of her shoes.
So today she's gonna be arrested. I'm letting you know that I just want to let her know I'm not. That's why I was waiting for him, because she is in violation. Either she misheard or her lawyer told her absolutely wrong.
Right.
It's one or the other. Because she said I was told to just hang out and wait for you guys, but it's within 100 yards. And she said,
never
how far is that?
communicated this.
Even if she hadn't, if she called us first and she was, like I said, say at Walmart, we could escort her over here to find out if she tells us what she's supposed to get, because we wouldn't know. And then if you let us walk through and we see there's nothing, then it's like, hey, that's not here.
Right.
You need to take off? Okay, leave. She wouldn't be in violation because she had law enforcement here.
Right.
But it's because she's over here. So this
That
means
sucks.
you will be needing to take custody of daughter.
That's fine.
So
I've been doing it for the past
I got you.
past week, anyways.
No worries.
And she lives here, anyways.
Yeah. And she showed me the change on that. So that's where I said I can see if she can have someone come pick it up. Otherwise, we'll talk with her on it because it's not legally parked.
Right.
It's way too far away from the curb. I can't let her drive it for it. But and I wouldn't want you to, because then she makes any claims.
Right.
So we'll deal with that here in a minute. I'm gonna have her come out. RO violation. She did. And if you could look at your cameras just to make sure she didn't.
Yes, sir.
While we're dealing with this part. So your lawyer's on the phone, right? Yes. What's your lawyer's name?
Mick Gutierrez.
Mr. Gutierrez, you on the phone?
Yes, sir. How are
So-
you doing? Who am I speaking?
Officer Brown, Las Cruces Police Department.
Hey, thanks, officer.
Yep. Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's down by El Paso. It had that look.
For speaking to me.
So,
So,
what did you tell her?
well, I don't know what's going on other than she had gone to the police department, requested that she have the police accompany her so that she could remove personal items from
Yes.
the home in which there's a restraining order.
Yes. And
She picked up her
Do you think she wore the shirt on purpose? You want a piece of me?
kid, I suspected, then went over there and was waiting for the police.
so the issue is, do you have her copy of the restraining order, or does she have one?
Oh, she should have one. I mean,
Okay.
I tell her to keep one in her car.
You need to
one
keep it,
on
you
her,
need to read it.
And I'm not in the office.
I got you.
Officer Brown. I just got home.
The issue is, she's about 10 feet from the property, is where she stopped and waited. And the stipulation specifically says she cannot come within 100 yards of here. Even if she calls us, she has to wait until we meet with her and we verify everything and we come over here with her.
Do you think she's figuring out that she's being in trouble here?
So if she'd parked at Walmart, parked several blocks away and waited for us, would be absolutely fine. She's parked right next to the property, in front of the property. That's the issue. That's the violation.
And she's okay. She probably didn't understand that.
I got you, and that's why it clearly says it in there.
Exactly. So whether she understood it or not, it is written in the order. And so it was incumbent upon her to actually read through it and understand. And frankly, her lawyer to make sure that the lawyer is like, don't do this, don't go within 100 yards. But ignorance is not going to get her out of this.
There's a distance. If you have to look it up, you have to look it up.
When I called the police department, they told me to come and just wait and not make contact.
And you, though, are an adult and you are required to know what your restraining order says and where you are allowed to or not allowed to be. Just because a dispatcher tells you, oh, go wait in front, that does not circumvent the restraining order.
Okay.
You have to follow it because that is following a judge's order.
Circumvent it, Officer Brown. But
No.
it'll create problems down the road, I'm sure. So,
But she's an adult and she knows how, and she can read it.
Proceed.
I don't get to choose. She has to get arrested. Our policy and everything, this is not one we get to choose on.
All right, I'll deal with that, and I'll deal with everybody that's involved. But
Okay. Now the lawyer, it's a lawyer's fault. He should have told his client what they shouldn't have done. And he should have been very specific when he knew that she was going to go over to the house. He should have said, make sure you do not go within 100 yards without the police being there, because Now they're trying to blame the dispatcher because the dispatcher said just go wait by the house, which, by the way, they can pull those tapes back up and find out exactly. The dispatcher probably said go wait in the area and then they'll meet with you there.
Thank you for calling and speaking to me.
Do you want the case number for this as well while you're on the phone?
No, I don't know. Oh, do you want to give it to me?
That's what I was asking. I'm going to go to it real quick.
Hold on. Hold
Yep.
on. I'll go into my house.
It is. I want you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm direct. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. And what I mean by circumvent, meaning they may be meaning to tell you wait up the road, but they're not clear with it. It's why you have to read your restraining order, what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do. And if this was...
And so, by the way, their policy is that you have to arrest them. It may or may not be somebody's policy. Maybe you long form them, what we talked about before, where you can long form a felony. If it's a misdemeanor, you can do a citation, and the citation will act as the arrest, but you don't actually book them into jail. It sounds like their policy for their department is that if somebody violates the restraining order, they do get booked into jail. And that varies from place to place.
One that we had an option, we would, but we do not. Okay. Do you have someone you can call to pick up the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he allowed to touch the vehicle?
No, he's not going to, because we'll step over here just so you're going to call still. I'm not putting you in cuffs or nothing yet. Call someone while we're here and see if we can get this so they can come pick it up. Okay. So daughter is going to have to stay with him because he's the next.
She's taking it pretty good.
I don't want to tow your vehicle, and that's why I was saying we can't move it, and we wouldn't want him to touch it or his mom or nothing. But because of where it's sitting at, we need someone to pick it up.
Okay.
Or it has to get towed, and I'd rather you get some. Like I said, I'm not trying to make things difficult for you guys.
Okay. Can I make the call right here with you?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I was just making sure she wasn't going to change her mind to go a different direction. Okay. All right, I'll take the phone so I can make certain.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we go on this side?
You want to go to the far side?
No.
You're cooperative, that's fine by me.
All right.
I'll take the contacts also because I'll add that into the property.
Okay. Do you need my footers?
No, but I have a...
Okay.
I have a trash.
Oh.
And I'll be back real quick.
In the end, what started as a simple visit to collect belongings ends with a serious consequence, reminding everyone that court orders aren't suggestions, they're rules that must be followed. Situations like this can escalate fast, and one small misunderstanding can lead to life-changing outcomes. If you found this case interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.
So there you have it. She got busted for violating a court order. Kind of sucks. I mean, she took it like a champ, to be honest with you. She didn't fight. She didn't do all that. The shirt was probably not the ideal shirt to wear for that day. Clearly, these two do not like each other. I don't know what happened, but they clearly do not like each other. He had her arrested because she violated the court order. Poor daughter had to kind of be there for all that. I thought that the deputies or the police handled this really good. They were very, very professional about it. Very thorough, made sure. But this is exactly why these cases aren't our favorite to respond to, because there's so many emotions involved, and then there's all the court orders we got to figure out, whether it did violate the judge's order. But there you have it, guys. Sometimes those are the calls we go on. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe. How would you have handled this? Do you think it was appropriate that she got arrested? Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next video.